The beginning of this video is fake. Actually, most of it is fake because I didn't end up recording this just as I was doing it. I realized later in the afternoon that I hadn't done what I said I was going to do, which was record this video. So I'm recording it now and giving you a sense of what my night to morning routine might look like. But of course, it's fake, just like a lot of things related to beauty are. I've been thinking a lot about beauty as a brand lately. It's easy as an artist or an intellectual or whatever to believe that we're not necessarily participating in the branding part of beauty, especially if we end up not spending hours on our skincare or whatever. But every choice we make is a choice of how we want to present ourselves. I got caught up in the TikTokification of hair and wavy hair and discovering that my hair is a lot closer to curly than I thought. And this led me to make sure I was putting my hair up in a, quote, pineapple every night with a satin scrunchie so that the curls wouldn't get slept on, and using all the right products. And recently, a writer friend of mine told me, I love the way your hair's been looking lately. It's your signature look. You can basically use it to sell books. And this is a compliment. And I took it as a compliment. And there's always been this way that my hair has signified who I am. I am a South Asian woman. People always talk about South Asian women's hair. It's just a thing. A lot of South Asian women wear their hair long, are expected to wear their hair long. White girls in elementary school would touch my hair. And I didn't really understand why, but they did. I grew up believing that the only beautiful feature that I had was my hair. And it does seem to be something that makes people recognize me from the back of my head in a room. When my book was coming out a few months ago, I took a lot of photos. I always made sure that my hair was down. I always made sure to wash my hair the optimal time before an event so that my hair looked good. But it feels like I'm forgetting that in 2019, I ended up in the hospital and I was there for a week and I lost all my hair. I was bald. And it was devastating for me because it was unexpected, because it happened in the course of a couple of days and no one had warned me that it could happen because I was in the hospital for an unexpected reaction to a drug. But also because I had a sense then that I was no longer recognizable to myself or the people around me. I was 1 year into a relationship and I wondered if I would be loved without my hair. For a long time, I wore a little blue cap to cover my head out in public because I didn't want people to see how short, not even short, how bald I was. And it was difficult when it was growing back because some people had opinions about the length of my hair, that it looked better short, which made me wonder what they thought of it when it was long. Why did they prefer this version of me? And did I prefer the long-haired version of myself because that's who I was before my medical trauma, or because it kept me closer to a stereotype of my culture? Was choosing not to do what other people thought looked better, choosing for myself or choosing in opposition to them? As you can see in this video, I have made a choice. I've stuck with that choice. And that choice has still been altered by society, by that TikTokification. It's not possible to make these choices in a vacuum. How we choose to present ourselves matters. It's our way of communicating with other people, but it's not the start of a conversation. It's somewhere in the middle. We've heard the things that other people have to say, and now we are responding too. I wonder what you think of me when I walk into a room with my hair down, wavy, a little bit wild, a little bit stylish. What you think of me when you see these photos, what you think of my art, what assumptions you make, and how that would change if it was years ago and it was my head bald instead.